Hey there, and welcome. So, you're a Level 4 Market Research Apprentice, and you're getting ready for that all-important endpoint assessment, right? Well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down one of the most crucial skills you need to nail, Skill S6. It's all about taking a business objective and turning it into a real, practical research plan. Let's dive right in.
And the best way to do this? Well, we're going to follow the story of Jody, an apprentice just like you who works at a company called IBIS Stores. We're going to see exactly how she goes from being handed a kind of vague business problem to absolutely nailing the questions in her final assessment. We'll follow her through 5 key stages.
All right, first up, let's meet Jody. The mission begins. She's just been pulled into a meeting with her line manager, Riddle, and it sounds like a big one.
Now, what Riddle says here, this is a classic business problem, isn't it? It's important, it's urgent, but, and this is super important, it is not a research objective. Not yet anyway, it's just way too broad. Riddle's pointed out the symptom, but it's Jody's job to figure out how to diagnose the cause, and that's her challenge.
So Jody's thinking, okay, where do I even start with this? And she does the smart thing. She goes to her mentor, Adam. Adam tells her, look, you don't have to guess your way through this. You need a map. And that map, well, that's Skill S6.
Okay, so what on earth is Skill S6? Adam breaks it down for her. It's the absolutely vital skill of being able to listen to a business need and translate it into a structured, step-by-step plan for getting answers. It's how you turn a big, messy why into a clear, actionable how.
Adam uses this awesome analogy. Picture this. On one side of a massive canyon, you've got the business question. Why are signups down? And way over on the other side is the goal, a confident, data-backed decision. He explains that Skills S6 isn't about taking a wild leap of faith across that canyon. No way. It's about being the architect. You're the one who designs the blueprint for a safe, sturdy bridge to get everyone across. And that blueprint, that's your research design.
Okay, the analogy makes sense. Now it's time to get practical. Adam's about to walk Jody through the actual steps of building that bridge for the IBIS Stores loyalty program.
So Adam lays out this simple 6-step process. And listen, this isn't just some boring theory from a textbook. This is the actual, practical framework Jody's going to use to turn Riddle's requests into a real, solid project. Now, step 2 is where the magic really happens. It's all about translation. You see how they take that big, fuzzy problem, why are signups down, and they sharpen it? They focus it right down into a research question you can actually answer? This one change gives the whole project a crystal clear target. Next up, in step 3, they've got to pick the right tools for the job. Do they need to go deep and explore the why behind people's feelings? You know, with things like interviews? Or do they need to measure the scale of the problem, the how many, with the big survey? And in this case, the answer is, why not both? A mixed method approach is going to give them the best of both worlds.
And that naturally leads into step 4, actually designing the tools. As they start writing out these survey questions, look closely. See how every single one ties directly back to their main research objective about barriers and motivators? There are no random questions here. It's all about focused, efficient investigation.
So Jody's got a solid plan taking shape. But, and this is a big but for any apprentice, doing the work is only half the battle, right? You have to prove you did it. You need the evidence. So her next stop is her coach, Olivia, to talk about her portfolio. And this part is so important. Olivia points out that all these documents Jody has been creating along the way, the brief she marked up, the design plan, the first draft of the questionnaire, they aren't just work documents. They are literally the evidence that proves she's using Skill S6. Each document tells a piece of the story for her Acton portfolio.
Olivia then lays out exactly what assessors are looking for. It's not just about that shiny final report. It's about showing your thinking, your planning, your reasoning for the decisions you made along the way. These documents, this is your proof of competence.
Okay, so Jody's got her plan. She knows how to collect her evidence. Now for the final boss, the endpoint assessment. To get it ready, Olivia shifts into role-play mode, acting as an assessor, and starts hitting her with some tough but totally fair questions.
Question number 1 goes right to the heart of Skill S6. How did you take that initial business goal and turn it into a research plan?
So how should Jody answer this? Well, check out this model answer. She just walks them through her process, step by step. First, I started with the business problem. Then, I translated it into specific research questions. And finally, I made sure to document that whole process. It's clear, logical, and backed by the evidence she's already collected. Perfect.
But a good assessor isn't going to stop there. Olivia follows up. They don't just want to know what you did. They need to understand why you did it. This next question is all about testing her professional judgment.
And Jody's answer here is fantastic. She explains her logic perfectly. We started with qualitative interviews to really explore the why and maybe uncover things we didn't even know to ask about. Then, we used a quantitative survey to measure how widespread those issues were. But here's the clincher. She also shows she's thinking about the business by mentioning how this approach fit within the budget and the timeline. That shows real commercial awareness, and assessors love to see that.
So there you have it. We followed Jody's entire journey, from that first slightly confusing meeting with her manager all the way to being totally ready for her assessment. She mastered skill S6 by turning a vague need into a structured, actionable plan. And now, it really is your turn. I want you to think about the project that's on your plate right now. That's not just a task on your to-do list, it's your next piece of evidence. So what's the very first, super sharp, focused research question you're going to ask to get the ball rolling?